Donald Trump Jr. just broke the record for the most ironic statement of all time, and he did it while speaking to Sean Hannity. Let's take a look.
Imagine if that was, your name was Hunter Biden. Except
I wish my name was Hunter Biden. I could go abroad, make millions off of my father's presidency. I'd be a really rich guy. It would be incredible. But because my name is Trump, if I took $1.5 from China, not 1.5 billion like Hunter, but $1.5, their heads would explode. If I took a no-show job for $83,000 a month, for a business I knew nothing about, in a language I didn't speak, in a corrupt country like the Ukraine, where my dad says we're gonna withhold billions of taxpayer dollars if you don't get rid of the prosecutor investigating me, the media would end themselves, Sean. They'd have an aneurysm. We'd end the fake news media problem. That's the double standard that we're living under right now.
It is very, unfair to the Trump children for not enjoying the wealth and the fame that Hunter Biden did under his vice president father. Now Donald Trump Jr.'s roughly 150 to 200 million net worth is from his own father's company. There's that. Then you have Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump literally serving in the White House as senior advisors, even though they have absolutely no experience in government or in knowledge or logic, but nonetheless, they're there. But there's a lot more I can get to in just a second.
Oh yeah, I can't. He's taking advantage of his name. That's why I work at Trump Organization. Hey Don, what's your name? Donald Trump Jr. Where did you get all of your money from working for my dad? So now Anna's gonna give you details on how he actually literally went abroad to get money, just like he's claiming from Hunter Biden. But I also have to point out that two fun things in that clip. One is, if I took $1.5, who says $1.5? What is that? It's not a thing, right? And then, did you notice they were playing him out? They started like,
oh yeah. They're like, get off it, get off it, get off it.
They're like,
this is too dumb even for us. Get off it, get off it, get off it.
Some producer at Fox News, he's like, can you imagine if I took advantage of my name like it was like my dad's name? His name is literally his dad's name, right? Yeah. Like, play him out, play him out.
He's on.
Cue the orchestra.
Why does he think he's on television? Like, does he think he's on television because of like the riveting conversations that he engages in? Is he on television because he's good looking? Is he on television because he's entertaining? Well, sometimes. I mean, it's sometimes very fun to watch a train wreck, but nonetheless, like, does he think for a second anyone would give him a moment of airtime if he were Joe Schmo? No, he's Donald Trump Jr. That's literally his name, and he has profited off of that quite a bit. Trump Jr. and his younger brother Eric Trump both run the Trump Organization. They hold the titles Executive Vice President of Development and Acquisitions, and frequently travel abroad to set up branding deals so hotel, resort, and condominium buildings can use the Trump name for marketing purposes. So they literally profit off the Trump name. That's the whole point of the business. Also, additionally, the Trump Organization builds its own properties overseas. Oh, that's interesting, including a $1 billion deal in 2018 for an expansion of Trump luxury apartment complexes in India. So like, the Trump family is raking it in while Trump is president, and they don't care. They live in that glass house and they're like, stones everywhere. We're gonna throw them. We're gonna throw those damn stones. It's incredible to me.
Okay, I'd like to note for the record that nobody throws a stone like this.
I don't know, I don't go around throwing stones. I know about my glass house.
Okay, I'd also like to note that $1 billion that they made in India, or the deal that was worth $1 billion, is slightly more than $1.5. And guys, if you're wondering why we keep emphasizing they're making money off the name of Trump, is because Trump is maniacally bad at business. So no one ever loans him money to actually build anything anymore. He's gone bankrupt 6 times. And so, but what they do is they think it's good for marketing. So they pay him for the name Trump on a building that they build, right? And that they manage and maintain. So there's literally never been anything more ironic than Donald Trump Jr. saying, can you imagine profiting off your name or off your dad's name? It's exactly what he does for a living. Exactly.
But we're not even done yet. I mean, as you guys all know, JR puts together the best compilation videos. The best. And we have an example of that right now.
The Chinese government has given a preliminary green light to Ivanka Trump's company for 5 more trademarks.
Online records show the Chinese government awarded Ivanka Trump's brand 7 new trademarks.
Ivanka Trump struggles selling her wares in the US. Overseas, China has approved 13 trademarks for the first daughter.
The news comes just days after President Trump told Congress the administration had reached a deal with China to revive telecom giant ZTE. Critics say the timing of the move and the trademarks raise questions about potential ethical violations.
7 days prior to President Trump coming out and saying that he was going to allow telecommunications company ZTE do business in the US, the Chinese government awarded Ivanka Trump 7 new trademarks to cash in on her name, Ivanka Trump.
Meanwhile, Trump is locked in negotiations with China over saving cell phone maker ZTE from financial ruin.
The applications for all of them were filed in 2016 and 2017.
Foreign governments believe that if they do favors for the president's children that serve the president's business interests outside of the government, that it'll serve their foreign interests. And this is a pattern that we've seen time and time again.
So Donald Trump over and over again has used the office of the president to enrich himself, to enrich his family, to make foreign policy decisions based on their own self-interest. And that alone would have been enough for an impeachment investigation, but they never touch him. And I'm talking about Democrats. They never touch him when it comes to those types of financial crimes. You know, it is interesting that the thing that really did persuade Pelosi to act was when Trump went after his political rival, an establishment Democrat, Joe Biden.
100%.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and Donald Trump assumes corruption in regards to Biden and his son because he's doing projection. He's like, well, I would and do corruption on behalf of my kids all the time, so I assume Biden did it as well, and that's partly what led to this. But let's end on further fun, because of course Twitter went nuts over Don Jr. saying that stuff, and he said that oh man, I'd like to be Hunter Biden. So a lot of people filled in the blank of why. One person said, because your dad actually would care about you then, right? And then another one said, because then you'd have a chin.
I know, I saw that. I was gonna share that with the audience, but I was like, I don't know, is that too lowbrow?
Oh, when they go low, we kneecap them. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.